Preparation kills self-doubt. And the reason for this is because when you prepare, you are going through the process. You are going through the motions and you are doing something over and over and over. Because you're taking that repeated action, you are effectively gaining experience. And as you gain experience, you're becoming, over time, pretty much a seasoned veteran. And if you've done something over and over, it eliminates your self-belief because you know you've put in the work. You will now operate with a supreme confidence and belief in yourself because you know that you've done it so many times, right? And we've all experienced this. And I'll use an example. During our time in elementary school, we had to learn multiplication or just, lessons in general. And in school, we're taught lessons. And typically after we're taught a lesson, a new idea, we go through the process of doing problems or examples to help crystallize that idea in our minds. So in elementary school, we learned multiplication. And when we learned this concept for the first time, of course, it was very new to us. And so in order for us to make sense of it, we need to go through example after example, right? Because multiplication is an important skill. It needs to basically become muscle memory for us. And so the way we did that was through the times tables, right? You remember the piece of paper where you would see was 1 times 2 or 5 times 3 or 7 times 6, right? And it would have so many multiplication examples that you would have to do so that you can really learn and understand that idea. And the more we've done it, the more it became muscle memory, but the more it basically was put in our memory bank so that we will never forget, right? This is that same idea. With anything that you do in life, the more you do that same thing over and over and over, the more confidence you'll develop because the more reps you will have done. And so the more belief you will have. And so you will doubt yourself less and less until it gets to the point where you won't have any doubt because you've gone through the process dozens, hundreds, thousands of times, right? If we also do YouTube as an example, probably a few of you watching the video who are small content creators, you probably, if you've only recorded a handful of videos or if you've never recorded a video, then it might seem weird, the idea of speaking into a camera lens. And I can understand because I can relate. When I first started recording videos, I told myself that I've always wanted to do videos. However, I was always scared or nervous speaking into a camera lens because I thought it was weird because it's not something that I've ever done before, right? But as I did it over and over and over, that's when it became second nature. And this happened, even only a dozen videos in, right? Where at first I was extremely self-conscious about it, right? And insecure about it. But now it's basically become second nature because I've done it over and over and over. And I would only have gotten that confidence because I've done it over and over and over again, right? I don't have any insecurities anymore about like my perception on the camera because I've just done it so many times. And if you haven't done it, you'll probably be insecure like how I was at one point. You'll probably be nervous. You'll probably lack confidence, right? And that's because you just haven't done it enough. So look at the things in your life that you want to be or do, right? And ask yourself, are you getting enough practice? Are you doing that thing enough to get better at it or to eventually one day be the best, right? And if the answer is no, that you haven't been doing enough, then the goal is for you to get practice, right? There's people out there who they might have goals or dreams of one day becoming actors. And they think that in order to be an actor, that you need an actual script you need to be hired on a set. You need to have an actual script and you need to be performing on stage or whatever to then be able to get your practice as an actor. But that's not true. It's like 99% of people, or most people I would say, or virtually almost everybody, has access to a phone or a smartphone. You can begin acting using your smartphone and sharing your work, which could just be you recording yourself or have someone filming you. And you can be sharing your work on the internet for free for the rest of the world to see. And that is you preparing, right? So many people think that they need the perfect setup or the perfect situation in order to get started, but all that's doing is just delaying their progress, is delaying their growth, right? Because if you wanted to be an actor, you can just record yourself acting out a scene. You can brainstorm what you want a scene to be like, and you can place your phone, hit record. You can have someone hold it, or get a tripod, or just have it lean on an object, right? And you can record yourself acting out a scene. Or you can use ChatGPT or something to create a script for you, and you can act that out. You can use your imagination that you were given to act that out, right? You don't need to be hired by a company or hired for a set or to be on stage in order to live out your dreams of being an actor. You can step into that right now. You can even take this idea of acting and become an actor for your life and act out the person you want to become in the life that you want to live. Right? You can do that right now. You can get your practice right now. You don't actually need all the events to perfectly unfold for you to get there, right? It's the same with content creation. A lot of times we as creators, we want to wait until we're ready. We want to wait until we know how to do all the video editing, until we know how to do all the thumbnails, until we have the perfect setup with the perfect backdrop, with the perfect lighting, with the perfect this. And the longer you wait for that perfection, the longer your progress will be delayed, the less experience and less practice you will have for the things you can do right now. So then, as a result, you will always have doubt, because what if you do get the perfect setup, right? The perfect lighting, the perfect background, the skills for everything. You still never made your first video. So even if you have the skills for video editing and the skills for thumbnail and the skills for the lighting, you've never done a video before. So you will still have doubt in your mind. You will still likely be insecure as you're creating content because you've never gone through the process, right? Now I'll give you guys another example. For me, I'm a fan. Basketball is my favorite sport. So just imagine this is game 7 of the NBA Finals, right? Both teams are playing for all the marbles. And you get sent to the free throw line and you have to hit 2 free throws to win the game and win the championship for your team in an arena filled with 20,000 people. If you've never played basketball before and you have to hit both free throws in order to win the game, you'll likely be nervous because 1, you've probably never played the game of basketball before, and 2, you're also playing for the championship with your teammates and everything on the line and the season on the line, but you're also doing it in front of 20,000 people. And so you'll probably be fearful of missing and potentially letting your teammates down, and also having to live through the embarrassment and, in front of 20,000 people. And then obviously the whole world or the media is going to be talking about it, right? Because you've never done it. It's going to be a high pressure situation and environment because you haven't done it before. But if you've practiced your shot and you've made it millions of times, you've watched the ball go in thousands, millions of times, and you've done it in empty gyms, open gyms, in arenas filled with 20,000 people, if you've done it before, if you've done it in high stakes before, then you will have confidence and belief that you can do it because it's something that you've done before, right? Think about the artists or musicians who have never performed in front of people, and then they magically now have the opportunity where they have to perform in front of 20,000 people. They're obviously going to be very insecure, most likely, or conscious, right? Like they'll probably have doubt of their abilities because they've never done anything remotely close to that. You preparing is you going through the process and getting your reps in, and you're getting your practice in. And as you do that, you're gaining experience. And as you gain experience, if you've seen something over and over and over, and you've done it over and over and over, and you've succeeded over and over and over, you're not going to doubt it. You're not going to question it because you know you've done it so many times and you've done it well and you've done it correctly. So this is the power of preparing. This is the power of going through the reps, right? If I use myself as an example, as of the recording of this video, right, I have close to or over 500 videos on my channel. And even though I'm still considered a small channel because I still have, at least of the recording of this video, I have under 200 subscribers, right? I have gone through the process. And so when the time comes for my channel to grow and I'm able to reach, being a mid-sized content creator or even a large content creator, I will already have belief. It will be expected that that happens because I've gone through the process over and over and over. I'm showing up each and every day, dedicated, disciplined, and providing content and value for you guys. I'm creating content, providing value for you guys. So it won't be a surprise when that happens. And when it does happen, I will already have built the habit for me to continue. And so it won't be of just me being a one-hit wonder and my 32 video is going viral and now I'm just trying to chase after the virality. It's not that. I've already put in the work and I'm continuing to put in the work. It's now muscle memory for me to show up and do videos each and every day, which is what I'll be doing when my channel grows and becomes a large channel, right? I'm going to be doing that anyways. So I might as well go through the process while it's small to grow it, but then also build the habits as a small channel so that I can have the habits already set for when the channel becomes big, right? It's all going to work itself out. I won't doubt myself. I'll have supreme confidence in my abilities because I've been doing this when the channel's small, when no one's looking, when no one's paying attention, when no one cares. That's the difference, right? The athletes, they're able to do very well in the arenas when 20,000 people are watching, or soccer players, right? When they're in an arena with 80,000 or stadium with 80,000, 100,000 people watching, they're able to still operate with confidence and belief because they used to prepare and have done it millions of times when no one was watching, when no one would clap for them, right? They've done it during those times. So now it's just because people are watching, that doesn't change anything. It's the same process, the same, they're going through the same experience over and over and over, right? So you want to prioritize preparation, prioritize the process. And so many people want to just skip the process. They just want to skip to their destination. And if you just skip to your destination, you are going to have doubt because you didn't go through the process. The process is what builds the character. And the process is what prepares you to have confidence and belief in yourself for when you do arrive at that goal or that destination. So I do want to apologize for my voice. I lost my voice, and it's going to be the case for the next several videos. But the show must go on, and so I still want to continue providing you guys with that content. So once again, I apologize for my voice, but I hope you found value from this video. So that wraps up the video. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and subscribe as you're on the road to a million subscriber, guys. So once again, it's Joel, and I'm out. I'll see you guys for the next video.